Olivia wouldn't want you to cry. She'd have wanted to hear the hits. Tearful Ariana Grande reveals inspirational message mother of bombing victim said to her during Manchester concert. Ariana Grande dedicated an emotional performance to a 15-year-old murdered at her Manchester Arena concert as she told fans, "Her mother told me Olivia wouldn't want me to cry and would have wanted to hear the hits." The star paid tribute to her fans, including Olivia Campbell, 15, at her One Love concert at the Old Trafford Cricket Ground on Sunday evening as concert-goers proudly wore clothes emblazoned with the slogan, "We Stand Together." Justin Bieber, Katy Perry, Coldplay, Pharrell Williams, The Black Eyed Peas, Miley Cyrus, Liam Gallagher, Robbie Williams, Little Mix and Niall Horan also performed for free to raise £2 million toward the We Love Manchester Emergency Fund. The 50,000-strong crowd held a minute's silence in memory of those who have lost their lives in the last fortnight before the evening culminated with the stellar lineup on stage, singing a stirring rendition of Grande's hit One Last Time, before the 23-year-old broke down in tears as she sung Somewhere Over the Rainbow. The American star returned to the stage for the first time on Sunday night after suicide bomber Salman Abedi detonated a device, killing 22 of her fans and parents as they left her show at the Manchester Arena on May 22. And it came after another terror attack in London last night in which 7 people were killed and nearly 50 injured after 3 men drove a van into a crowd on London Bridge and set upon people in a crazed knife rampage. But the American singer's manager Scooter Braun said the Manchester gig now had a greater purpose than ever after the country's second terror attack in 2 weeks. Ariana Grande said she was inspired to change her set list for the One Love Manchester benefit concert after the mother of one of the teenage victims said her daughter would have wanted to hear the hits. Grande appeared on stage at the Emirates Old Trafford Cricket Ground in an oversized white One Love Manchester sweatshirt and seemed overcome by emotion at points as she was joined by a string of musical stars. Before launching into her hit Side to Side, Grande told the crowd, "I want to thank you so much for coming tonight and being so happy and strong and unified. I love you guys so much. This night is the kind of thing the world really needs right now." Grande said she had not planned to play so many of her big hits but changed her mind after meeting the mother of Olivia Campbell Hardy, 15, who was among the victims of the blast that killed 22 people at her concert last week. She said, "I had the pleasure of meeting Olivia's mummy a few days ago and I started to cry and gave her a big hug and she said stop crying, because Olivia wouldn't have wanted you to cry. And then she told me Olivia would have wanted to hear the hits. We had a different show planned and we had a rehearsal yesterday and we changed everything." Katy Perry called love our greatest power as she urged people to conquer fear in the wake of the Manchester and London Bridge terror attacks. Speaking on stage before she performed at the One Love Manchester benefit concert, the US pop star said, "It's not easy to always choose love, is it, especially in moments like this, right? It can be the most difficult thing to do, but love conquers fear and love conquers hate and this love that you choose will give you strength and it's our greatest power." She thanked Ariana Grande for her incredible courage and strength in organizing the concert less than 2 weeks after a bomb killed 22 people and injured dozens of others at the singer's Manchester Arena show. Perry said, "Thank you for having me, I'm so honored and humbled to be here tonight to share and spread the love." She then urged people to reach out and touch whoever was next to them and say "I love you" before performing Part of Me and hit track Roar. There was also a surprise appearance by Mancunian Liam Gallagher, who was joined by Coldplay for a rendition of the Oasis hit Live Forever. Gallagher dedicated a performance of Live Forever to the people killed and injured in the Manchester Arena terror attack as he surprised fans at the One Love concert. The singer, who was born in the city, wore a long, orange parka coat on stage where he was joined by Coldplay's Chris Martin on guitar for the hit Oasis track. He also performed the band's rock and roll star and his own single, Wall of Glass, before telling the 50,000-strong crowd at the Old Trafford Cricket Ground that Live Forever was for the beautiful people killed and injured in the Manchester terror attack. Earlier this week the former Oasis frontman held a special gig in the city with all proceeds going to the We Love Manchester Fund for victims and their families. Although fans were delighted with the surprise appearance, there was some disappointment Noel Gallagher had not joined his brother for a full Oasis reunion. Mumford & Sons frontman Marcus Mumford sang "You Are Not Alone in This" as he performed an acoustic version of the band's hit "Tim Shall" to open the One Love Manchester benefit concert. He then welcomed Take That to the stage to open their set with their crowd-pleasing song "Let It Shine." In between renditions of Giants and Rule the World, Gary Barlow told the crowd, "Thank you everybody for coming out tonight, thank you for everybody watching at home, thanks to Ariana for inviting us tonight. Our thoughts are with everyone that's been affected by this. We want to stand strong, look at the sky and sing loud and proud." Barlow then introduced his former bandmate, Robbie Williams. Williams serenaded the crowd with his song, "Strong," changing the words to, "Manchester We're Strong."